I'm Richela Fabian Morgan. In this video, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to film the process of making a bag, but I don't have a clear idea of what the end result will be. There are two reasons for doing this. The first one is I discovered that Gorilla Tape comes in white. I've only seen Gorilla Duct Tape in black. When I discovered that it came in white, I immediately compared it to the other duct tapes. You'll notice that it's got a bluer shade of white, and it's not as shiny as the other tapes. It's a bit more matte. You'll also notice that if you look closely enough, the texture is almost like reptile skin. I first saw a roll of Gorilla Tape in Boston about 2 years ago. I was running a duct tape crafting workshop. After dressing up Edward Cullen with a snazzy duct tape tie, the teen librarian pulled out a roll of black Gorilla Tape. We made a really cool messenger bag, which she took home. The second reason for filming the process of making a bag is to show that, despite not knowing what the end result will be, I just keep going. Usually the hardest part of crafting is just to get started, and my motto is, just dive in. Most parchment paper, which can be picked up at any grocery store, comes in 15-inch wide rolls. This sheet is 10 inches by 15 inches. Each strip overlaps at the edges by about 1/8 of an inch. Pulling strips of Gorilla Tape took a lot out of me. Did I mention how incredibly sticky it is? So I decided to use Duct brand duct tape for the other side. After trimming off the ragged edges with a metal ruler and craft knife, my duct tape fabric measures 14.5 inches by 10.5 inches. That's the perfect size fabric for a clutch bag. I have this precious roll of tape that has the New York City subway map printed on it. I think just a strip of this tape would look great on the flap of my clutch bag. I fold down the flap and then figure out how big I want the main pocket to be. With thin strips of Gorilla Tape, I close up the side seams of the main pocket. I decide that I want rounded corners on my flap. So I fold the flap in half, line up the corners, and cut them off with scissors. For a flat bottom, I measure and mark 1 inch from each bottom corner, then pinch each corner into a triangle and fold down at the 1 inch mark. At this point, I decide to add a strap to make my clutch into a wristlet. I take a 14-inch strip of Gorilla Tape, fold it into thirds, and then fold it lengthwise in half. With small pieces of Gorilla Tape, I secure the ends of my strap to the inside of my bag. Then I notice that the side seams look a little unfinished, so I cover them with thin strips of Gorilla Tape. There, that's better. I make an A sticker using the blue denim pattern tape from Platypus. This tape makes great stickers. I decide to place my A sticker on the upper right corner of the back side. There! Now all I need is a closure, so I use a magnetic snap closure. I'll slow this part down so you can really see how I put it on the bag. On a 3-inch strip of Gorilla Tape, I take the male part and press the prongs down on the center. This will make 2 indentations that I then cut slits into with my craft knife. Then I push the prongs through the tape and place a washer on the sticky side. I fold down the prongs to secure the washer, Then place the tape on the inside of the flap, close to the edge and centered. To make sure the location of the female part is correct, I first attach it to the male part. Then I close the bag flap and press down on the closure. The prongs of the female part will create indentations on the opposite surface. This is where I cut the slits for the female prongs. And now it's time to add the washer. That was fun. Now I made this bag for my friend Anne, so Anne, if you're watching, this one's for you. Thanks for watching, everyone.